There's so many people, and in a lot of ways, that's kind of what this has been. I think it's been, almost 20 years past due. I mean, this type of event that happened. You think about fine art and where it's been. It's music too. I kind of feel the same way about American music. It was kind of stagnant quite a bit in the 90s, especially, which is dismal, and the late 80s was pretty interesting because of all the different Euro influences that we had and underground radio. But when the Americans took it, it was just kind of it was a shift. The art scene was definitely went to kind of a grinding halt too. So seeing something like this again, just to kind of kick up the dust, you see how hungry people are for new experiences and new environments. And that was something definitely that Rothbury created. So I think that was very inspiring. So I call this the exploding inevitable, because this had to happen. And if anything, it's like 30 years past due. Wow, where am I going with this? Just bear with me for 1 second. I'm talking about the demise of hippie culture and the failure of what that generation tried to achieve, and lost in pop culture, and eventually those people gave out to corporate America. Okay, that's fine. But what we're starting to find out now is that the dot-com era has disintegrated, and it's been reborn and recaptured into all this new digital media environments. The question is now, what are you going to do with all this stuff? Because as previous generations, Fortune 500 companies would always make money doing something that could physically dig out of the ground. That's what they made their money with. Now we are making money with ideas and idea culture. This is all idea-run companies. And, so that's basically what I'm trying to explain, is that we are an idea culture, and we run on idea companies. And one lesson came from the recent tour from the T. Harv Eker group, the Millionaire Mind, was to take massive action. And that's basically one of our new sites coming up. We're talking about hotmetrofinds.com, and I will be talking about that in future episodes, because the whole concept and the whole premise of what Rothbury tried to create, and what the new post.com generation is looking for, was a lot of interaction for certain things. I'm going to explain exactly what we do on Hot Metro Finds just briefly, and as we actually profile unique companies in the arts and business. It could be food, entertainment, and the best part about it is you get like a free clip on this thing. But the nice thing about it is that even though you could basically steal this premise, the search engine technology behind it that makes this thing run right is really the magic element, because we understand that thing so well. And to make companies pop up, sometimes multiple times in the top 10 for the categories, it's where we can't be beat. And it's kind of a unique formula. So for Metro Detroit, we're kicking it off here, and we have many active participants. So if you're from the Detroit area and you want a free clip, you definitely want to call us. We're putting together this very special project, and it's going to be just absolutely amazing. So do keep in mind for that. So that's our own contribution to this brand new digital culture, and it is taking massive action, and it's completely amazing. Also, we're actually 33 minutes into the show. I'd like you to also check out the great footage out there on Rick Ruby, and it's amazing about his insights on what he has about companies or business owners that actually pull under 125,000, what they're willing to do, as opposed to a serious business owner who is at a higher income level, and what their commitment level is, and what they're willing to do to become successful. And this is really kind of rocking the boat, and I do apologize in advance, but I've got my eye on different stuff, and I'm not exactly looking at SEO or website design or direct marketing. I'm not looking at that stuff. I mean, I understand it, and I study it, and I live it, and I address those principles daily and in my business, because I cannot run it. It's just what I am. I'm also looking at the financial future of this country and where the new money markets are going to be. And I don't think it's necessarily going to happen. This is a very different country in 10 years from now. You're probably not going to recognize it. And all these different advancements from like Forex trading, things that are happening in Dubai, different types of stock investments, options. The oil situation is going to affect you whether you realize it or not. And in your business and how money moves. Remember what we said a long time ago on the Online Money Machine show? We're talking about what was going on in Europe and the UK. And I think it was really incredible because Australia, New Zealand, and England, I think it was like 27% of their commerce comes from online commerce. So they depend on it, and they understand how money moves. And it was really interesting. And yet, in France, things are looking pretty bleak. We talked about the short bread lines and stuff, and that's how the French Revolution started. So money is definitely changing, and it's something you need to be made aware of, and who's buying what and where, and how to collect groups of people and service those markets. It's going to be very, very essential if you're going to survive. And if you're selling an MLM type thing, you got to be very, very careful. I would restructure myself differently in that sense. I would probably look for a product that I can directly control and raise the, raise my own rates on, and have it drop shipped. I don't think I would necessarily have to go through a company that would write my collateral material for me. I don't know if it's gonna, take that much effort. If anything, right now it's a very political time. The last thing I want to see you do out there is spin your wheels. So, online marketing, prepackaged selling systems is probably a great way to go. I didn't realize how many notes I had for this show. I've got a ton of notes, so I'm probably not going to be able to do the whole show the way I anticipated. I've got probably 2 more pages of stuff, and I can easily go on and on and on, and I don't want to talk your ear up, so I'm going to close out here in a few minutes. But I just want to mention really briefly, I'm going to head out here pretty soon. I'm going to go pick up the new iPhone, the new 3G. I'm not being paid to say that, by the way. I just think it's a cool phone, and the time is now to upgrade and get this thing, because it's not only is it cheaper, it does a lot more, and it is the talk of the town. It is pretty cool stuff. And that was out. It came out yesterday. I really do think you need to be part of this accelerated culture out there, and to interact with it. So you need to be part of what's happening. You need to be visible. I think this is going to be a very important thing for in the future. What you look like and how, and at that level, how do you come off in that small size as an iPhone, iPod, handheld media, and how visible are you in that arena, and how accessible are you in that arena? I'm willing to guess that right now, all you who are out there listening, you're probably not that accessible at that level, but you need to be, and you should think about that in the next 12 months, because things are happening so quick and so fast. If you want to stay alive in this market, and otherwise you have to go back and get a job, and of course that's never inspiring to anyone, and at least if you're an entrepreneur. If you're work-minded, and please forgive me, but you know what I'm saying. And the other thing is, I'm already getting notifications from companies on my cell phone, and people are coming in, they're advertising to me, and you may not like that, but that's the reality. So you need to get out there and partake in this type of thing. I'm talking about video too. And by the way, if you're in real estate, stop sending me love letters about how much you adore bandit signs. It's really, it's the wrong tone. You guys are going to be fossils in the upcoming months. So get a freaking video and put it online. Okay, fair enough? All right, folks, I'm Ted Cantu. I'm out of here. You listen to the Online Money Machine show. You can always catch me at www.1seomichigan.com. And we're heading out to New York in a few weeks. That's going to be a blast in the gas, as they say. And if you have any questions, you can always give me a call, 888-305-2532. We do have a 2-question minimum, and we ask that you can email us too if you like. And we're everywhere online. Just type in my name, Ted Cantu. Last name is spelled C-A-N-T-O. And we are out of here. We're out of time for the show, and I'll see you online.